All right, I'm getting ready to ride over to the old place for the first time in about a year. Let's go see how things look. Here we are at Murphy Hole. Looks the same as it ever did. A little bit of water. Oh, I see a dead alligator down there. Here we are at Jeanette Way. So we are now officially at the old place, or at least at the neighborhood. All right, we are here. Looks like we can drive back. I was afraid that would be too muddy. See if we can go a little further. There's the little house, the cabin. Okay, that might be as far as I can go. Looks like the mud hole is a little bit big for me. Well, after clearing out a few things, I was able to manage to drive all the way back to the house. Let's go in and take a look. Looks like I could use a bush hog back here. Looks like it's growing up pretty good. Growing up pretty good. Better watch out for snakes. A little bit of rot going on. Looks pretty cool back here. Wow. A lot of old memories here. Well, a little bit of falling apart in here. Better watch out for snakes in here too. A little scary. There's the old wood stove. There's the other portion of it here. So, yikes. The old cabinet. I like that. Coming from Grandma's. And the old bed. Guess you'd like to sleep on that, huh? I think I remember that old dresser from being at the house. Wow. Okay, I'm going to do some more exploring. Well, everything's pretty grown up here. Yeah, I really do need a bush hog and come in and take care of things. At the very least, I might try to get the lawnmower over here and cut what a little bit I can. Barn's still here. I like that. Nice spider web. Okay. Little spreader. Let's see, the old turn plow is here. The scoop is here. Cultivator is here. All right. Let's see the big gang disc back here. Let's see if I can get to it. Wow. It would take a little effort to try to get that out. It'll be worth it, though. That's pretty cool. Okay. Guess I'll walk down to the pond now. Well, the road back here going to the pond is in pretty good shape. Lawnmower can take care of that grass that's here, and that would be nice. Get it a little better shape. Guess I got a little bit of work to do. It's a project I think I will try to take on. What used to be the field, that's not quite a field anymore. Okay, here's our pond. I wonder if we got any alligators in here. I will tread carefully and see. There's the old aluminum boat. Wow, did a lot of fishing in that. I remember going into Wando, remember going in the Taurais countless times, catching rockfish out of there. Going in Quimby, catching a lot of brim, some bass. Yeah, that was a pretty cool boat for us. Didn't know we were poor back then, but it turned out to be a good boat. Well, this is the back end of the property. Got it opened up fairly well in here. Looks like Ken and them have kept this open. I guess the feeder here kind of gives you a reason why they've been baiting the deer here, which is fine. We haven't been using the place, so but that's what they've got. This is really the back end of the 7.5 acres government forest out this way. This is the swampland. This is the piece that Dennis and Cindy have got, and it extends all the way back to the north from here, I think it is, and right on down. So this is part of the 7.5 acres, and it extends back towards the north as well, back towards the little house. All right, I'm gonna walk down to the footbridge, or what used to be the footbridge that went across the creek. Again, looking out for snakes. One thing I have noticed is the absence of mosquitoes. Pleasantly surprised. So I am happy with that, because usually this time of year it's loaded up with the mosquitoes. Might get down here in the swamp and regret what I just said, but right now I'm not seeing anything. Okay, part of it's still here. I don't think it'll get you across the creek now, but it is part still here. We got some boards still part of that. It's pretty cool. Used to go across here, and we had a house set up on the other side where we would sit for deer. Daddy would bait the deer with corn back there, and we would wait on them and knock a few out. Okay. All right. I am walking in what used to be part of the field. This part was actually part of the golf course. As you can tell, you have a hard time driving a golf ball through here now. It is open. but Lord, it's loaded with trees. But well open enough that I can walk through without anything much on the ground. So like that, gives me a good opportunity to walk the perimeter of the property. It's amazing. I'm in the area that used to be the pond in the middle of the field. You can't even really tell it was a pond with everything that grew up, and Daddy had ditched it out. I guess it kind of keeps it drained now, and while I'm sure it's still a low area when it gets wet, it definitely doesn't look like the pond that we were always familiar with, and we'd get bogged down with the tractor anytime you get even a little bit of extra rain. Hey, it's on the golf ball. It was an old golf course back here. Well, I managed to walk the whole perimeter of the 7.5 acres. Doesn't appear that anybody's abusing the property in any way. Here's our nice cell tower that gives Cindy the good service with her cricket phone. So kind of looks a little out of place back here, but I guess it is what it is, and we'll deal with what we got. See the little house up here, that used to be a deer stand. I've killed a couple of deer out of that stand. We used to bait them off to the right here, and it's still standing, surprisingly. Some of the boards don't even really look rotten. Maybe I can rebuild a tree stand for myself out of scrap remains. Yeah, probably not. Alright, this is the old bank that goes down to the creek that used to be the dividing line where Daddy's 16 acres it was, and Aunt Jean's 16 acres, with Cindy and Dennis purchasing the 16 acres from Bill and Sue and Robbie. Now this is to the right and to the left. That's all theirs. So a little grown up here. Could use a little bit of a lawnmower. We'll see if I can take care of that. A little scary around here, like it might be a snake around, but none's bit me yet, so I should be okay. Let's see how much further we got. And just a few more steps. See a little bit of the water. And that was part of where Daddy had dammed off. There's the bank that Daddy created for that, to dam it off and create his pond where he could drain it and fill it at will. Don't know that we'll ever get that back in operation. Maybe Dennis is feeling more ambitious than I am, and he can do it. Okay. See how clear the water is here? That's obviously some springs in here that keeps that water pretty clear. That's where this system kind of gets some of its water. This is actually some of the headwaters for the east branch of the Cooper River. So whatever drains out of here, eventually it'll make its way all the way out that way and wind up in the river. Now, it's dry enough right now that that's probably unlikely for any of this water to make it now, but ooh, there goes the snake. Big cottonmouth. That was fun. Made me jump. Okay, I guess I'll be real careful around here. Yeah, that's the creek. So this is what I would call Mappas Creek. So it's open on the other side. And the property ends maybe 100 yards up there. So that's where that property ends, but it extends both to the right and to the left here for quite a ways, which is where that 16 acres comes from. All right, let's get out of here before I get killed. Well, with the little help from my friend, the trimmer, we have gotten where we can get to the barn. Let's open it up. Hopefully that won't be as scary as our last stop at the creek mouth, or the creek bank, where we saw the big cottonmouth. Alrighty. No obvious critters. Okay, a little bit of sheetrock, a bunch of bags. I'm not sure I'm ready to go digging around in the bags. Got our old corn sheller. It's still here. This used to be the corn crib. When we would grow corn out in the field, it would this is where we would bring it. We'd break it when it dried and put it in here, and it still looks to be in pretty good shape. Certainly worth taking the effort to make sure we get it secured so that it can't leak or anything. But right now it looks good. Again, pretty happy with that. All right. Well, I'm now back home after my jaunt over to the old place. It was really quite hot over there. It was over 90 degrees and humid, and sweating my butt off there. A lot cooler here at the house. Um, really appreciate everybody that tunes in, and I'll try to keep you more posted on what we do over at the old place. And so thanks for watching.